Hello everyone, I am Payal. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before we start, please like this video, share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel for more helpful content. Today's topic is meditation and brain health, how mindfulness rewires the human brain. In this video, we will understand how meditation helps our brain to become calmer, sharper, and healthier. You will learn how regular mindfulness practice can reduce stress, improve focus, and strengthen brain connections. So, relax your mind, stay till the end, and let's begin this amazing journey into the power of meditation. Now let's talk about the modern mental health crisis. Today we live in a hyper-connected digital world. Our phones, social media and constant notifications keep our brain busy all the times. Because of these, our brain is facing chronic stress and information overload. First, we have constant digital distraction. Notifications, reels and messages break our focus and again. Second, this pressure increases cortisol level, which is the stress hormone. High cortisol makes us feel anxious, tired, and restlessness. And third, because of all these, our attention span is reduced. We find it hard to focus on one task for a long time. This is why mental health problems are increasingly today. But don't worry, in the next part, we will see the how meditation help the brain handle stress and bring calm and clarity. Stay with me. Now, the big question is what is meditation? Many people think meditation means stopping thoughts, but that's not true. Meditation is about training the mind. First is mindfulness. Mindfulness means being fully aware of the present moment without judging anything. For example, when thoughts come, you don't fight them, you just observe them and let them pass. Second is focused attention. Here you focus on one single point like your breathe, a sound for a candle flame. This helps improve concentration and mental discipline, just like exercising strengths muscles. Third is loving kindness meditation. This types of meditation creates compassion and positivity for yourself and other. Over time, it rewires the brain to develop empathy, patience, and emotional balance. So, meditation is not magic. It's a daily practice that slowly makes your brain calmer, stronger, and more positive. In the next slide, we will see how meditation actually changes the brain scientifically. So, keep watching. Now let's understand the brain stress circuitry. The slides show how stress works inside our brain. First is amygdala. The amygdala is the brain alarm center. When it senses danger or stress, it becomes overactive and triggers the fight or flight response. That's why you feel fear, panic, or anxiety during stress. Second is prefrontal cortex. This is the brain CEO. It helps with decision making, focus, and emotional control. But when stress is high, the amygdala takes over and the prefrontal cortex becomes weak. So we react emotionally instead of thinking clearly. Then comes the hippocampus. This is the brain memory hub. It helps with learning and memory. High levels of stress hormone called cortisol can damage the hippocampus, making it harder to remember things or learn a new information. So, in short, chronic stress hijack the brain, the alarm gets louder, the CEO loses control, and memory suffers. But don't worry, in the next part, we will see how meditation calms the amygdala, strengthens the prefrontal cortex, and protects the hippocampus. Now, this slide is very important. It talk about neuroplasticity, the rewiring of the brain. There is a famous line, neurons that fire together wire together. This means that the thought and habits you repeat again and again become stronger brain connections. Meditation is not just a mental exercise like relaxing for a few minutes. It is a structural interventions. With regular meditations practice, the brain physically changes its shapes and connections. For example, if you practice mindfulness daily, the brain areas related to focus, calmness, and emotional control becomes stronger. At the same time, stress related pathway become weaker. Neuroplasticity proves that the adult brain is not fixed. Even after growing up, our brain can learn, adapt, and change deeply through dedicated mindfulness practice. So the message is clear: if you change your daily mental habits, your brain will change with you. Let's talk about the real scientific evidence. This slide shows fMRI finding, which means scientists actually scanned the brain. Research by Dr. Sarah Lazar from Harvard University studied people who practiced meditation for just 8 weeks, and the results were amazing. First, the hippocampus, which is responsible for memory and learning, showed an 18.2% increase. This means better memory, better learning, and improved emotional stability. Second, the PPC, posterior cingulate cortex, linked to self awareness and understanding your thought, increased by 14.5%. This help you become more mindful and less lost in overthinking. And now the most important part, the amygdala, which control stress and fear, showed a 12% decrease. This means meditation actually reduces stress at the brain level, not just in your mind. So this proves one thing very clearly: meditation is not belief or motivations, it is a brain science. Now let's talk about enhancing cognitive focus. This slide explains how meditation improves your focus and thinking power. Meditation strengthens the connection between the prefrontal cortex, the brain decision making center, and the anterior cingulate cortex ACC, which help in attention control and error detection. When this connection becomes stronger, your brain can focus better for longer period. Because of these, you get three major benefits. First, reduced mind wandering. Your thoughts stop jumping again and again, so you stay present on one task. Second, faster task switching. You can move from one task to another without feeling confused or tired. Third, improved working memory. You can hold and use information more effectively, which help in studying, working, and problem solving. On the right side, you can see the focus score trend from week 0 to week 4 and beyond. Focus gradually improves with regular meditation practice. So, meditation is like gym training for your brain. Practice daily, and your focus, clarity, and productivity will naturally increase. Now, this slide explain emotional regulation flow. It shows the difference between reacting and responding. First, let's see the reacting brain. Here's the flow is stimulus, amygdala trigger, emotional outburst. For example, someone says something negative to you. Immediately the amygdala react and you feel anger, fear or frustration. You shout, argue and regret later. This reaction is driven by the default mode network, which is based on fear and past pattern. Now, look at the responding brain. Here's the flow is stimulus, mindfulness, gap, calm, response. Meditation creates a small pause between what happens and how you respond. In this gap, the prefrontal cortex takes control. You think clearly and respond calmly instead of reacting emotionally. So, meditation does not remove problem, it changes how you handle them. You stop reacting automatically and start responding wisely. This is one of the biggest benefit of meditation. This slide is talking about memory and learning capacity, and the big highlight here is the 22% increase in hippocampal density. Now, why does this matter? So, first thing first, the hippocampus is a part of your brain that plays a huge role in memory. Things of it like your brain save button. Whenever you learn something new, the hippocampus help take the short term memory and lock into long term storage. Now, here's the cool part: an increase in hippocampal density means there are more neural connections happening in that area, more connections, better communications between brain cells, and the that lead to stronger memory, faster learning, and better recall. So, when this slide says 22% increase, that's a big deal. It basically means the brain has become significantly better at learning and remembering information. This slide is all about common myth versus reality when it's come to meditation and mindfulness. So first let's talk about the myth people usually believe. A lot of people think you have to completely empty your brain, your mind to meditate. Some believe it takes year before you see
any real benefits. And another big one, people think meditation is only a religious practice. Now here's the truth, and this is where the science comes in. Meditation is not about stopping thoughts, it's about noticing your thoughts and letting them pass without getting stuck on them. You don't need years. Studies show neuroplasticity changes, meaning real brain changes, can happen in as little as 8 weeks with just 10 minutes of daily practices. And finally, mindfulness is not religious, it's actually a secular science backed cognitive training tool that helps improve brain health, focus, and emotional control. So, the big takeaway in this, meditation is practical, accessible, and scientifically proven, not mystical, not complicated, and definitely not only for monks sitting on mountain. Now, this slide is called the daily brain boosting, and this is basically a simple routine to keep your brain sharp throughout the days. So, the idea here is that brain health is not about doing one big thing once in a while, it's about small habits spread across your day. First, morning routine. This is all about walking your brain up. Light focus, exercise, mindfulness, or intentional breathing help your brain shift from sleep mode into alert. Learning modes, it set the tone for better concentration and mental clarity. Next, midday reset. By the middle of the day, your brain start getting tired. This part is about resetting attention, short breaks, mindful pauses, or brief movement help reduce mental fatigue and improve productivity for the rest of the day. Finally, evening wind down. This is where the brain processes and stores information. Calming practices help reduce stress, improve sleep quality, and support memory consolidation, which is when your brain lock in what you learn during the day. So the big takeaway is support your brain morning, reset it midday, and recover it at night. Do that consistently, and you naturally boost focus, memory, and learning capacity over time. Now, this slide right here in the 7 days brain health challenges, and the goal is super simple, build consistency, not intensity. You don't need long session, you don't need perfection, even 5 minutes a day counts, and that's written right here on the slide. Let's break it down day by day. Day 1, anchor, breathe, focus. This is all about using your breath as an anchor. When your mind wander, you gently bring it back to breathing. This trains focus and attention control. The day second, body scan sensation. Here's you move your awareness through different parts of your body. This improve mind body connections and helps reduce stress. The day 3, mindful walking action. Now we add movement, you focus on each steps, each motions. This trains mindfulness during real life activities, not just sitting still. Loving kindness, day 4, empathy. This day focuses on generating positive feelings toward yourself and others. It strengthens emotional regulation, empathy, and social connections. Day 5, sound awareness, reception. You simply notice sound without judging them. This improves sensory awareness and keeps you present in the moment. Now, day 6, thought labeling, observation. Instead of getting uh, catch in thought, you label them like planning or worrying. This builds mental distance and clarity. And the day 7, open awareness presence. This is the most open practice. You are aware of the everything, thought, sound, sensation, without focusing on just one thing. This builds overall mental presence. You are training different part of the brain each day. Just 5 minutes is enough. Consistency over time leads to real brain changes. Do this for 7 days, and you are not just meditating, you are training your brain. So these are the key takeaway. If you remembering nothing else, remember these. First, mental fitness. Meditation is to the brain what exercise is to the body. Just like lifting weight builds muscles strength, meditation builds mental strength, focus, and resilience. It literally changes brain structure over time. Second, consistency wins. You don't need long retreat or hours long session. Small daily practice create bigger structural brain changes than occasional long session. 5 minutes every day beats 1 hour once a month. Third, proven result. This is not just feel good advice. Neuroscience shows that mindfulness reduces stress, improves memory and strengths. Learning related brain areas, the results are scientifically proven. Train your brain like a muscle, show up daily, even briefly. Trust the science, it works. Mindfulness is not magic, it's mental training. So, this quote right here says you can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. John Kabat-Zinn. And this perfectly sums up mindfulness and mental health. Here's what it means. The waves represent your thought, stress, emotional, and problems. Life is always going to throw things at you, deadlines, anxieties, bad days, distractions. You cannot stop them from coming, no matter how positive or calm you try to be. But here the key parts, you can learn to surf. Surfing means learning how to respond instead of react. Instead of being overwhelmed by thoughts, you learn to observe them, stay balanced, and move through them without getting knocked down. That's exactly what mindfulness does. It does not remove stress, it changes your relationship with it. Now basically you can't control everything that happens, but you can train your mind to handle it better. And that's why even 5 minutes a day of mindfulness can make a real differences. Life does not get calmer, you get stronger. So thank you for watching. If you found this videos helpful, please like and share it, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Until then, stay curious, stay kind.